Becoming a Professional Bass Player. My name's Deborah and this is the video journal of my career transition. And that was the beginning of Ain't No Mountain High Enough by James Jamerson. Let me just put this down. And for those of you with a keen ear, you'll have noticed that my amp is back. And actually, let me just turn it off or turn it down. I'm really enjoying the sound. I'm so glad that they fixed that for me at Ashdown, because the sound is, I actually think coming through the phone, the sound is better than the PA system, because I can get a decent sound here, but whether or not that sounds good travelling from a PA system that's really meant to be heard in a room through to a phone, I don't know. But the amp is back and I'm a happy lady. I'm happy with the way it's sounding. Certainly in this room, it's got a lovely, warm, rich tone because I've got shape on it, and it's full of mid because that's where Barney and I put the dials, and I know now what it is I like and why I like it. So I'm happy about that. So what's been happening? Actually, I thought I'd check in today about, I'm just going to turn it up, the fan is making a noise and I can't hear myself think. I thought I'd check in about something a bit more personal today, which is about one of the struggles of making a career change at this time of life. You know, by the time you get to nearly 50, you can be a bit braver because you've been around in the world for longer. You might be, I don't know that it's wiser, but you're certainly more experienced. And I would say my career as a therapist has really helped me with the relationship management side of things. It's not even the finances, because I'm older. I can sort of cut back on things that I don't need. I can prioritise well. I'm okay with that. It's actually health. The hardest thing about this, even the time I can sort of restructure things. Having children teaches you that you don't need as much time to do things as you think you do, because, you know, when you have kids, you just don't have that time. But at my age, it's actually my health. So I've had the last couple of weeks, I've had terrible problems with my hip joints and very little sleep. So I've been really, really tired and really in a lot of pain. And it's made working at this pace and doing all of these things very difficult for me, actually, really difficult. So that's been hard. And also I'm now fitting in, whereas I was fitting in an extra 15 minutes a day to practice my bass, and to have that daily playing, which actually is fine. I'm now also having to fit in 15 minutes of yoga every day, 15 to 20 minutes. And it doesn't sound much, but on top of doing 2 jobs and having 2 kids and trying to do my fair share of housework and earn money, it gets a bit much sometimes. And yeah, before you get the violins out, I'm also aware that I'm very lucky to be able to do this. You know, I'm very lucky to have this opportunity. It's a real privilege to be able to do this. And this is the hardest bit, staying healthy, having to do sort of preventative exercise, you know, problems with backs, hips, time of life, menopause, all of that. I would say those are the biggest hurdles for me at this age. So there's no longer a danger that I'm going to get into a sort of wayward way of living because of the music industry, because I just can't, and that's not going to be a problem. Or even standing up for myself is not too much of a problem at my age. It's just keeping physically fit, getting enough sleep, making sure my body can help me to get where I need to go. So I'm feeling a wee bit better this week, but not much, if I'm honest. So I hope that improves over the next couple of weeks. What have I been doing? Preparing for my radio show. I've got my memory sticks that I need to download. I've got 2. They're enormous. They're very powerful. They're very expensive. Well, for memory sticks. Because I thought I want to have really good ones, and I should put my name on them so that they don't get lost. And also, I've been flyering. I've been out flyering. So Sunday, I mean, this was difficult with a painful hip. I walked all round the Cliffs Pavilion and put all of loads of Truly Red and Divine Funk posters up. And then James Morrison was playing at the Cliffs on Sunday, and I got there for 10:30 when they were clearing out, and gave loads of Simply Red flyers out, truly red flyers. Like it went really, really well. So I should think that will have quite a positive effect on sales. It's Strictly Come Dancing at the Cliffs on Friday, I think, or on Thursday. So I shall be back again with Divine Funk flyers, because if you like Strictly Come Dancing, you're likely to enjoy what we do to some degree, although what we do is a bit sexier, or a bit more grown up, I should say, less child appropriate. So yes, very busy with that. I have taken Martha today to have her colours done, partly because it's time for Martha to start working in the office here with me. Actually, I'll see if I can turn that round. There we go. That is the other desk in the office. And at the moment, and there's my therapy area. And at the moment, no one sits there, and it's just a dumping ground for my cold spark machines and light machines. But actually, Martha's going to come and sit with me in the office 2 days a week. And so we're going to have a little bit more of a corporate feel. I'm just sort of, step by step moving towards this feeling much more official all the time. And also when we've been to House of Colour to have this done, because there's a way that I talk in terms of colour palettes and summer colours, winter colours, spring, autumn, that when we're doing our advertising campaigns, it will be really handy if Martha is also on the same page with all of that lingo. She's an artist. So Martha comes at things from an artistic point of view. I'm a marketer, advertiser, so I come at things from a branding point of view, and we meet somewhere in the middle. So that's what we've been up to this week. It's not going to be a very long one today because I'm tired and I've got to get my radio show done. And we are quite busy with projects. I've also got to get the grazing platters done for Jamie, so that they'll be ready for Divine Funk's Immersive Disco on the 18th of July. And very importantly, practice, which you'll be thrilled to know I have been doing and enjoying very, very much. So that'll be it for me today. I will be back on Friday when I will have done my radio show, and come hell or high water, it'll either have been fantastic or a disaster or somewhere in between, but I will have done the first one, and after that I can start sort of getting comfortable in that place and looking for sponsors for the show and for the other shows and things like that, so enjoying that role. You take very good care, and I will see you on Friday.